Hey guys, so I'm live right now. We're trying to do this like writers group discussion right now and really talk about Black women authors and really discuss some stuff with you guys. So I'm just like waiting for my other guests. Let's see if we can get some people on tonight with us. Let's do this. Let me end this live and come right back. Hey, I'm trying to you, right? Yeah, I'm trying to go live right now. But I don't everybody's not on my call list like they're not on my IG friend on my site, so I'm not able to add them and they're not requesting for me to join.
But I don't understand. You want them to be your friend on Facebook, on Instagram?
Yeah, they're not my friend.
Okay, I just sent everybody an email to be friend with you.
Well, I know I'm friends with Stacks and what's the name with Eartha. So do you want me to go live? We can do that, and I add you, and then we do it that way or whatever.
Let's see. I just added Lori to my live. Let's see on IG. Lori, did you get this on IG?
Yes, I did.
See if you can add me right now. Okay, Lori's with us right now. Now we have to add everybody else.
So I can add somebody, or you have to add them?
Maybe see if you guys can add it on your own. Since you know them. I'm going to try to hit them up.
I'm going to add her. Okay, hold on. Who else? Arthur Town. Let me search for Arthur.
Sorry, this is my first time doing a big group chat. I guess we gotta learn sometime, right?
Arthur, Stacks, my little.
Oh, they're not my friend. So I guess you guys have to add them because they're not my friend. They're not letting me search for them. Yikes.
Oh. That's because you know Hollywood don't be talking to nobody now. So you just have a hard thing in the car.
You're right. I didn't be hitting people up more.
I ain't got no time to know nobody. I be doing my thing.
I got
my car. I don't talk to nobody. Right. No,
so I had a few people.
I'm getting
on at work yet.
Yeah. Huh?
So I added a few people. I add Arthur Taunt, I add her, I add Stacks, I add the Creator, and I add the Takia. So I don't know if they can get it on.
Okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. Now, what you could do is just you go live, you bring in Lori, you bring in me. If they come in, cool. If not, Lori's here, I'm here, and Lori has created this. I'm the host, and you're hosting this tonight.
So they're waiting.
Don't.
Yeah, I want to.
They're waiting on us. Everybody's.
Oh, they are waiting.
Yes, they're all waiting.
They're waiting. So it's like, shoot, I have. Tell them, hold on. We're gonna figure this out right now. You have technical difficulties. Earth.
Yeah, they're all waiting.
Atone. I'm trying to look them up right now. So are you guys not able to add them to the live?
I tried.
And it's not working, right?
Yeah,
You know what you should do? Lori, do this.
Mm.
Go to Melissa's Instagram and click on one of her pictures, copy and paste, send it to Eartha, send it to Laquita, send it to Offney, send it to Stacks.
Tell them to
And
follow
that way
me
you
right
can make a
now.
request to her, and then they can follow her, and then she can accept them, and then that way they can get into her Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, that'll help.
Yes, I'm doing that right now.
No problem.
So go to Instagram, you say?
Mhm.
You see me? Oh,
Yeah, I can see you now, but go to her Instagram, copy and paste her site,
I
and
can't
send it
because
to
every time I go to Instagram, you bring me to you guys.
All right, stand by. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, someone joined. Hi.
Hi. Oh, so everybody got it. They got it.
Yeah, someone got in.
Yes.
Okay,
Hi.
this is live. What's up, Scott?
What's going on? How are you?
You're still cooking? You're still cooking?
I actually just came in from a brunch and I behaved myself. I did not have any spirits because I knew that I had to speak to you guys and I wanted to remain professional. You know what I'm saying?
So we're trying to add everybody right now to go live.
Listen, you can go ahead and be nice. Whatever. Toast to you.
I know we're trying to add someone. Let's see.
Okay, so
Who are we missing? So we could finally go live and start this thing.
Oh, we're gonna go live. Okay, so I'm the first person?
Yes.
You're the first person. Okay. Put my lipstick on. You going live at this moment?
Yes. Okay, we have Lori on. I just okay. This right now, what we're doing isn't live. So are we all gonna have to I'm gonna go live on my channel, and if you guys could just join and request to join, and I'll just accept everybody who joins.
Okay. Stacks, you have her Instagram, right?
Yeah. And you guys can record on your other platforms.
No, I'm asking Stacks. Stacks, you have Melissa's on Instagram?
Let me be sure. What's the name of it?
Blay Club. So it's BLIA, Black Ladies in Action. Blay Club.
BLI.
Hold on, I'm going to the. Okay. BLIA.
Oh, I thought you were doing it on yours.
Okay. No, that's for Black female entrepreneurs.
Okay.
You said BLIA.
I'm gonna share it to my regular channel, but this is gonna go live on theirs.
Got it. Okay, what's the spelling? Stacks asking the spelling.
Leah Club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. Halloween.
All right.
Okay, what is it? You said Black.
So if anybody else hasn't joined, could just Lori, if you can just tell them just to follow and right now, and then to request to join. I'm gonna go live right now.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go live. Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey. So, are you one of my friends in Blake Club?
Hello?
Are you one of
No.
my No?
Oh, so everybody's gonna be here. Are you here?
No, we didn't. Everybody didn't. You guys, in order for me to put you on live on my site, you guys have to be one of my friends.
How do you? Can you spell it for me, please?
BLIA and club,
BLIA.
and then club. Black Ladies in Action.
Wait, BLICK.
No, B as in boy, L I, and then A as in apple, club. So that's CLUB. I'm also gonna write it here, and just search for that,
And Instagram.
and then we'll all go live. Looks like we're gonna start probably 7:30.
Yeah. So you said Black Lady Club.
Yeah.
No,
So BLI Blay Club. If not, we're just gonna go live on yours, like, and then you share me the video. If this is
No,
not
we're gonna go to yours.
Okay.
Or a few more minutes. Okay, we're gonna get it. You said Block Club.
Yeah, Blay Club. So BLIA Club, and just search for
Black
that.
Ladies in Action.
If everybody could
Black Ladies in Action.
just follow right now, and I can just add you all to my live.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm hanging up now.
All right. I'm gonna text you that, Lori, so you can tell everybody to join, follow right now. All right, guys. So Blake Club is live. We have some amazing guests now that we're bringing you. Today is the first day of spring, guys. It's the first day of spring, so I had to come on and really start and kick off all the amazing things that we have in store for Black Ladies in Action, all the amazing women we are networking with, and like amazing seems so so silly. Like it just seems like a short word to really describe these women that we're going to present. And I'm in no way want to downgrade everything that they have brought to the table. Like they're so phenomenal. Even when they don't think they're phenomenal, I think they're phenomenal. So I had to just share their experience and their story in the entrepreneurship journey, which is the whole reason for the channel, right? Like to share like everybody's come up. How and I like to curse a little, so I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys during this, and um, just share these women's story. And of course, we're here to talk about Black women authors and how they're using their intellectual property in order to create, streams of income. So tap in. We are about to join this little flying her as we wait for our guests to join. Charmaine, are you live? Hey, there you are. Sorry, let me know what's going on. Sherman! X in the building. Yeah, you're right. I'm mad. What's going on? Let's fix our camera, guys. Okay, I think we're good now. Are we straight? Yo, we got 4 people on right now. Hey, Ertone. I'll go live with Claire phone. Wait, is this? Right now, we're getting all our monitors on right now, so just bear with us. Go live with Claire phone. Let's see. Hey, Earth. Hey, girl. Who else are we having going live with? All right, we get everybody on board right now. All our authors are joining our live right now. We about to tap into this information. All right, we got 4 people on right now. And me. Let's go for Lori. Let's do this. All right, we're waiting for someone. I'm going to tell one of my monitor speakers to request to join right now. Request, please. I'm going to tell. So as we wait for everybody to join, Sherman, how you doing?
There you go.
There you go.
That's Melissa Green.
Look, guys.
She's a business owner and she's an actress in Crazy and Deranged with us that we've been casting. So she wanted to say hello, and we're gonna get our authors in.
And this is my little actress. She said hello. She's in her cell phone. The usual, the norm.
Okay. All right, so I want to talk to you soon, Allison.
All right, we're trying to get everybody on right now. We're almost set to go. Lori has to request us.
I said her skin looks amazing and radiant. She is glowing over there. Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Got her blushing.
Beautiful. I love it.
It's all chocolate.
Is that
chocolate?
God bless the beautiful women here and the young.
Is that Sunday energy?
Catch Crazy in the Range.
Yes, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
All right, we got Lori.
Because I don't know how to do that thing.
Allison, you gotta press the X in the corner up top.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay.
X marks the spot. Press the X like E. There you go.
I think Lori just joined.
Yes, Sherman. Hey.
Yo, why did not? There she is. Lori got you. All right, guys, we got Lori on this. Okay, who do we got? Who's left? We got Stacks. Let's get her on right now. Accept. We're going live. It takes a minute to load people in, so even though I accept them, it takes a little 2 minutes for them to actually get into the group. Whew.
Right.
All right,
So how
so
many people can be on here?
right now we have 6 people on it. It's not showing yet, but hopefully it will. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Someone's gonna come. Someone's a monitor. Okay.
Thank you for having us.
All right, hold on. You know what?
Okay.
Just in case. Oh, I can't beat it. Hold on.
I'm gonna go live on my regular. Make sure I'm recording. All right, guys. Whoever isn't live, that's on this. We're setting this up for this discussion, so just stay with us. All right. Right now, it's only 6 of us. Should we just start it? Should we start? Okay.
They will come as they come.
Who are we missing?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like this. Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just do it like this, real quick. Okay. First and foremost, Lori Francois. I want her to go first because she's put everything together.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're going into the circles. Please don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away. Don't go away. What's going on? Anyway, all right. Office night on the hill. It's going down 624 Amsterdam Avenue. And Lori has put this together. And we have some wonderful groups. We have Scascadero. We have Bertha Rock Hicks, who's right here right now. We have Laquita Bolton. And we're going to have an artist by the name of Offering the UFO.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of people popping in. Just so Stats Cadero has joined. So, and I know this is Black Ladies in Action, but I'm a Black lad in action. Black Ladies in Action right now. So I just want to say, everybody that's on here, I'm just meeting Miss Laquita for the first time, and everybody else, like Stats Cadero, known her for years, I just wonderful as people from last year, Melissa, and all of you ladies are amazing and incredible. And yeah, Laquita's there. Here she goes. She's right there. Cool. Laquita in the building.
Yes, I don't know where Lori went.
My little scientist LLC.
Yeah. Over 20 now live. I'm gonna go live in other places.
Because I just want to say. So here we go. Eartha, tell the people who you are, what you're about, and then pass it off to Laquita. All right.
My name is Eartha Wise Hicks. I'm the author publisher of Love Changes, a graffiti mural, and a planner series called A Planner is a Girl's Best Friend. I've been writing women's fiction for I want to say 20 years, and it took me 12 years to write and publish my first novel, Love Changes, which features licensed music content and used with permission. And I'll pass it along to Laquita.
Okay.
Oh, that was fast. Okay. So my name is Laquita Bowden. I'm the author of I Matter. It is a book series, a culturally responsive book series that focuses on teaching next generation science standards along with social emotional skills. It's the first book in the series, so I'm really excited about it. Is that all I'm supposed to say?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Definitely. Well, I'm just happy to have all you ladies on board. And okay, so we have a quick question. Eartha, is there a particular thing that you're going to read about? Like, is there a certain chapter you're going to talk about? Like, do you ladies you ready to share what you're going to share?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would love to share.
Let me now. Just tell me what you're going to share and read it there, not here.
Gotcha. It's going to be. I'm reading for the live.
No, not when we there. Just
we're there.
Read a little snippet. That's a whole. Don't give me the whole enchilada. Just a little snippet.
Okay. I'll read recite one of my favorite poems from Graffiti Mural. Beautiful people, we stand out, overdue, emboss our stamp on simple. Reimagine, reinvent, invigorate. Look now, it's unrecognizable. We refuse to be outdone. With genius encrypted genetics, we expose mediocrity, surpass the incredible. Shock. Our efforts built this entire world. Shake it, make it crane its neck, mock, but ultimately mimic our best, even in the absence of respect. Side note, some stargazers pretend they don't see Venus. That's okay, honey, they can watch Uranus. Only when thoroughly impressed will the compliments nice, tight, thick, slick ever slip past the lips of those with thick skin the color of crude oil. We are boldly critical, blame the beauty of our tribe, ascribe the might of our maker, but don't deny. And that's Beautiful People, originally published in Graffiti Mural, which is a collection of poetry, short stories, and personal essays.
Okay, little Miss Lyrics. All right.
I-
Passing the torch to Laquita Bolden.
I know that's right, girl. Memorize. Okay, so the part that I'm gonna read, mine is a children's book, so it's pretty short, but I think I'm gonna read the part that kind of teaches the scientific concept. So the scientific concept in the book is about the arrangement of atoms. So they learn about the basis of matter. So I kind of want them to, I'm gonna read that part because I want them to see how I tied the science into the story.
Okay, awesome.
And I don't have that part memorized, so I don't know. I'm gonna just get
Let me ask you, is this your first book, or you have another book in the works? You have more?
So this is my first book. I have ideas. So again, most of my titles will be like I am statements. It does have a theme to it. So there's definitely messages behind it. I have some ideas for my second book, but I really just been trying to like pick this one off the ground. So I kind of really just been focusing on my first book in the series. The series is called My Little Scientist too.
Okay, so before we get into your book, I just really wanted to introduce you. So before we get into, okay, let's do this. This is good. So tell us about this new project that you have, your book that you just started, how long you've been writing, and just like open us up to who you are.
You want to start at that or?
Oh, well, I started writing Love Changes in 2001, and I initially thought that I was going to finish this book in 3 months' time, and within a year be on the New York Times bestsellers list.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen. More like 4 years later, I was still working on the same book, which I thought I considered myself a complete failure because it had taken me 4 years and still wasn't finished. But from that point, I took a workshop called Write Your Novel in 30 Days. And I did not write my novel in 30 days, but I did have something like 25 chapters within 6 months, which was pushing it along faster than I had before.
Wait, so I think everybody's a tap into that. So you said you started to write your book, right? And it took you how long?
Well, it took me roughly about 5 years to get through to my first draft. And so it was a process. And then after that, I started submitting it to agents. And it took me about another 3 years to get an agent. And then the agent shopped the novel for about 2 years. And with no luck, after 2 years of being shopped, I pulled it and I published it myself.
Wow, that's amazing. So you was just like, I'm done with these agents. I'm about to publish this myself. I'm gonna go through that grind and make my coins. How was that like for you, publishing it yourself? I don't know. Just join it. I don't know.
How was that? What was that like?
Yeah, like what was that?
Well, I'll say this much: when you go with a mainstream publisher, they already have a blueprint for how to move those books. And when an author gets an advance, they use some of that advance money to do the marketing for the book. But when you are an independent publisher, you are learning how to market your book, forming a blueprint that you don't already have, as to how to sell these books, and then you're doing your own financing. So the whole thing was a learning curve, a learning process. I had to learn every step of it through trial and error, and the mistakes came out of my own pocket. So it was a process, and every step of it was a learning experience. So I've learned more from my mistakes than from the wins, because when I first, within 3 months of me releasing Love Changes, I had won an award from the local branch of the NAACP, and within about maybe a year and a half, I had won maybe 4 awards, top 25 Black authors, readers' favorite, top 50 sexy story, plus the NAACP Just Read Award for Literary Game Changer in Fiction. So in winning those awards, it's like you learn more from the mistakes than you do from the awards. So it was the mistakes, and as far as Amazon not having a look inside the book feature on the website, because I did not publish through Amazon, I published through Lightning Source. And because I used a different medium, they didn't give me the exposure or the look inside the book feature that any book that comes through KDP would have. So people go to Amazon, if they can't see what the pages look like and they don't know anything about the author, they're less likely to buy that book. So all those little nooks and crannies and those details that I didn't know, they hurt my ability to snowball the sales the way they really could have potentially gone early. So there was a lot of little things that I learned here and there, but one thing that I definitely benefited from was I pushed that book every single day as if I wrote that book and released it yesterday. I never stopped giving it life. I never stopped promoting it. I never stopped showing up for events. I anything and everything that I could and had the energy to show up to promote this book, I was there with the book, even if I had to limp in, so that, my advice is just keep going at it, keep cranking, and keep writing and working on other projects so that you maintain your energy, your enthusiasm, and your love for the craft.
I'm sorry, I was squaffing. This thing I took a little too much. It got in my throat. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I was here trying to sneak off, but this gotta hit my throat. But that resonates so me. That resonates so much with me, like funding your book, your project yourself, like how you did right there. I think that's what everybody's doing right now. Try to figure out how to fund their project, their book, and because getting it accepted and like getting funding for it, like that's a whole other world, right? That, and like a lot of people don't really know that and how to move in that area in order to get the best deal. Like, how do you even know if they offering you a good deal?
Well, I'm gonna say this much. I was a stay-at-home mom for a number of years. So as a stay-at-home mom, I was an extreme couponer. So I had managed to leverage even little corners of stuff that wouldn't normally make sense, like the coupons through Office Depot, Vista Print, and get 10 of these free. Vista Print had promotions that, join our site, you just pay for shipping. So when they had those promotions, I was getting my postcards, I was getting my business cards, I was getting my free mugs, I was getting my tote bags, and I used that stuff to promote. Then I also had printed out sample chapters, like 1 chapter excerpts, and then when that got expensive, I did it online as a PDF, because I had to work around Amazon not having a space to see what the inside of my novel looked like. So I, like any kind of anything, I joined Project Enterprise, which is an organization that supports small businesses with seed money. And as a part of Project Enterprise, they gave me several loans that were low interest loans, and I paid them back. So between Project Enterprise and then Project Enterprise referred me to other programs that had something called individual development accounts, which is if you're an entrepreneur, it allows you to save money in an account that's dedicated for your business. And once you reach a certain amount, they double it. So I was part of depositing my savings into an individual development. So like all of these little pockets of money kept the ball going and kept the ball rolling. And then in addition to that, Project Enterprise had encouraged us to have 5 streams of income. So I didn't say, oh, I'm only going to earn money from my book. If I had to do a resume to earn a few dollars, I did a resume. If I had to write resume and cover letters, I did cover letters. If I had to design business cards, because I could design a book cover, the back, the interior, and the inside, I could definitely do a business card. I did business cards, I did resumes, I did press releases, I did bios, I did full press kits, and all of these little things kept the lights on when things were tight and kept things going. So I did a little bit of everything, and in addition to that, I dressed up, I showed up with my book, kept the book in my purse in case I ran into somebody on the way. Hey, here's a copy of my book. Hey, can you please whatever. So
that's on the side with the finances too, because that's what I was going to say. The virtues to your book. So my book has like a lesson plan and curriculum with it. So from that, I've developed an after school program. So I'm already in a works to talk to a couple nonprofits in Cleveland about selling it, but it's just a package of like STEM-based lessons, but they're solving like real world issues. And like, like she was saying, even creating like this thing comes with a scientific notebook that I created. You get into content development because that's really my specialty. Like I really got into writing a book because I had students that struggled learning, and I had to create so many lessons and activities like from scratch that it really started developing into something I love. So I wanted to create something that was culturally responsive for our kids. Like it's teaching from our perspective, our experiences. So I learned that it's not that they don't understand the content; it's the context that is delivered in. So if you're talking about an automobile and you live in an area and you've never heard that word, you can't even get past the word problem because you don't know what they're talking about. So when I identified that started making me create like games and activities and like lessons and content. So I ended up writing a story about my nieces and nephews. So they're actually inspired by the characters. I have a niece named Aubrey. It's their real Black names. Okay.
That's dope. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's what my current project is like, and I agree with her. Like, it's hard, like, kind of balancing. Fiverr was like my savior. Like, I did everything independently, so I hired someone to publish, edit, somebody to put all my stuff on Ingram, Barnes and Nobles, and I mean, it probably costs under $500 because it's like freelance work, so you don't have to worry about anybody like royalties or anything. Like, you do this and you get paid. That's it. Everything else is me. Like, so even my illustrator was freelance. He actually does the graphic designs for the Cavs and now the Falcons. But it was like a freelance job where he did my illustrations. But yeah, so I completely understand like creating other virtues around that because somebody asked about grants and I'm like, it was hard. Like I started an LLC and it's for profit. And I'm just like, what I'm experiencing so far without a real following and like it's hard to make a real profit off of book sales alone. So when businesses or investors look and see like you're a for-profit company, but you're only bringing in $40 a month because your book's only worth $7 on Amazon. Okay, they don't look profitable, so they don't want to invest. So that's why I'm kind of creating I'm going the nonprofit way actually because it's a little easier to get funding and grants than it is if you're running it through like an LLC. But that struggle has been real. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like, what grants are there for like startups? Like we have the idea, but then how do we get people to believe in your idea if you ain't made no money? Like how do you set a good structure so they can follow? Like it's gonna make money, but
yeah, we have to do that definite muscle But okay, but before we go, because we got some other authors.
Yeah.
But Eartha, please give everybody your sites where they can get your book, and then pass it off to Laquita. Same thing. Give them your name. Give them the tags. If you want to give up a number, you give that to get more customers. So, and you know, ongoing, you know, lifelong people that want to read your books. So go ahead, Eartha.
All right, thank you. My books are available on Amazon.com. Love Changes is a shortened link, which is tiny URL. So it's www.tinyurl.com/Love Changes Novel. And it's Love Changes like the song, but it's Love Changes Novel. And I'm across social media at Eartha Tone. So my name is Eartha, like Eartha Kitt, but it's Eartha Tone, and EarthaWattsHicks.com is my website. Laquita?
Okay, so all my handles are at My Little Scientist LLC. And for my book is on Amazon, but for my books and more about my STEM curriculum, you can access my website, www.mylittlescientistsllc.com. It's a direct link to the book there too, so you can access all my information there.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, audience.
Working with you. April 23rd, once again, we're going to do Authors Night on the Hill, and it's going to be at the Grill on the Hill, 1624 Amsterdam Avenue, New York, 10034. It's going to If you want tickets, you go straight to www.orrancois.com and go to the events, or you can simply call 347-820-2128 directly. And thank you, Eartha Watts Hicks. Thank you, Laquita Bolden. Looking forward to seeing you.
Yes, thank you. Authors, stay on. Wait. Stay on. Well, actually, we might drop one person, but but if you stay on, we're gonna add you back, and maybe the audience can know about your story. We're gonna make Lori live. The event that you were talking about, we want to introduce the audience to this big event that's happening soon. So, and these are the authors that are gonna be speaking. So,
I'm gonna stay in the message. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna be on the live, but I'm gonna log on.
Yeah, so
okay.
Next time we can bring you back. We gotta get to Stacks. We gotta get to Lori.
Yeah.
Stay out. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and I drop off?
You can stay on if you want, but we're gonna add Lori.
You know what? For the time being, hop off, Eartha, because we gotta get Stacks and Lori.
Oh, okay.
Stay in the feed.
Please.
Just pop off now, but stay on.
Stay on, because we're gonna add you anytime when we start talking. Lori! Guys, we gotta introduce the founder.
Can you bring Stacks in if she's there?
Oh, that's it. All right. Hold on, guys. We're introducing someone else right now. We gotta introduce what's that person's email? Spell it for me. Okay.
STAXX.
Okay, there we go. I see her. I'm inviting her. That's our girl. She's joining right now. Waiting her, guys. We have another person. Oh, there we go. Hey, girl. How you doing on this fabulous Sunday night?
Okay, folks. So we have Lori Francois and we have Scudero. Lori, introduce yourself. Tell them what your book is about, then pass it off to Stacks, and then Stacks pass it back to Melissa, and she'll have some questions.
Okay. Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Hi, Stacks. We're so excited to have you on. We want to hear about everything. Like this, she's another Black female author that we just got to introduce to this event that you're doing, Lori. So, tell us who you are. Tell us about what you created, and let us know what you know.
Something nice of the year. I like to invite everybody to come down on Grill on the Hill on April 23rd. And from 8 to 10, we're gonna have some incredible authors, telling their stories. and tell them who they are. And afterwards, the audience will have to questions, and then the authors will have answers for them. And Authors Night Skill is our first edition for the and we are looking forward. So if you're watching, put the date on April 23rd, and Real on the Hill in Manhattan. Come and listen to an amazing author, including myself. And hope you guys there. So tonight we're going to tell ourselves the vision, what we do, why we do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Definitely.
Oh, and the next book is a morning with my friend.
Yes, that's also why Lori's doing this event. She's an author. This is her first book, and we're promoting this for her nonprofit, which we're gonna get into. There's so much we gotta get into. So we're gonna get back to Lori and her nonprofit. That's like the whole mission of everything. You gotta introduce this fabulous author. Tell us all about yourself and what you're doing. Tell us about your book, girl.
Okay. Well, my name is Stax Cadero. I am an entertainer. That pretty much sums me up. I started with dance in a dance company, went on to learn that I was an actress, went to LaGuardia High School. I'm still embracing acting to this day. And Allie J in the house, girl.
Drama major? You're a drama major?
Drama.
And hip hop is something that I embraced from like junior high school, from when they were first beating on the table. And I was like, oh, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped in the middle, and it's been a journey ever since. So like, just entertainment is me, period.
Yeah.
And writing is something that I've always done, and it's always been kind of like a tug of war with me, because my family would be like, you're such a great writer, why don't you just write? Why don't you just write songs? And I'm like, I don't want to just write songs. I want to perform the songs. I don't want to be behind the scenes. I want to perform. I'm a great performer. I'm humble, but I'm a great performer, and I love.
It's that classic of you on the same stage that we shared on the Apollo. I just saw that clip of you. That was I've never seen it. Supposed to see it.
My friend caught it the other night. It was on Pluto TV, and it was when I was also named as one of the best acts of that ever graced the Apollo stage. So I don't know if it was that one, if it was best of, or it was just Showtime at the Apollo. But it was an honor to be named that. I put a lot into performing, and so it really meant a lot to be named one of the best of. And for them to show it again, I was really excited. And for me, it goes in correlation with everything that I'm doing as far as releasing the book and working on the movie, both entitled I Am Relentless. So that brings me to why I'm here, right? So shout out to everybody that follows me, that's on here. I appreciate y'all joining in and just seeing what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys will come out to Authors on the Hill. That'll be, it'll be amazing to see people. I will have some books there, and I'm in company of other great authors.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the MCs that are watching, all the music people that are watching, this is the way to go. The book,
creating your own media and making money off of your own ideas. Yeah.
Yes, you definitely have to invest in yourself, and that's something that I learned as well. So I Am Relentless is based on my journey as an artist, as a parent, as someone that believes in her dream, and no one can stop me. This is how I feel. This is how I approach everything, and I'm definitely relentless. That's who I am. I am relentless, and I had to have a title strong enough to carry me. It couldn't be just any title. It had to be a title that made sense. So I released a book in 2021 because it was time. So in 2020, I wanted to release it along with a one-woman show, and that isn't the way things went, unfortunately, due to the pandemic and everyone, being so horribly affected by it. Everything, was put to a screeching halt. And so as 2021 approached...
Oh, she has a play coming out. See, she's giving all the nuggets.
Did everything that I wanted to, and I loved it.
You talking about Poor Girl, Rich Girl?
Yes. Tell them about that too, please.
That's what's up.
Okay.
You create a
I'm waiting for the
play.
DVD. I want to see the DVD. What's up?
Okay. So, all right. So, in the midst of writing I Am Relentless, because this has been over time, this wasn't something that came out immediately. There's a lot of transparency that takes place in the book, and it takes a whole lot of guts to put yourself out there and be like, hey, this is my business, y'all. Go get it. It's on Amazon. Like, it reads really fast. If I had to compare it to anything, it's been compared to The Coldest Winter Ever, which is a book that I read in one day.
Wow. I know
my
that's
friends were telling me like, yo, I can't put your book down. So that's not me saying that. That's what other people have said. In regards to the play, Poor Girl, Rich Girl came about through a close friend of mine. She and I had a conversation. She's not a writer, and she's like, ideas, but I'm not creative like that. So she wanted to write a movie. I said, well, I can't. I can write it, but we ain't gonna be able to do it. But I can write a play, and we can do that. So I wrote the play. We had a few different sit downs with some other playwrights that I know and stuff like that, and I just went for it. I had a susu, and I went for it. Y'all know what the susu is, right? Everybody gets together saving money.
Oh, okay. That's what. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. Now, okay. I heard about that. Yeah. That's
how we do with the susu. We gonna get together.
Yup. Community economics. That's how we do it.
Okay. Listen. So my mom, at first it wasn't a festival, and so I was just excited about it being in a festival. Because when I went to the theater, I was there for a whole different reason. I was there for media purposes, so we were interviewing the person that runs the theater. But when I stepped into the theater, because I was kind of moving away from hip hop at the time, and it was still something aching in me to perform, right? But when I walked into the theater, I was like, oh my God, how many people does this fit? How much does it cost? And what dates are available, blah, blah, blah. So the festival was available. I got into the festival. Then the festival fell apart. And I'm like, well, what am I doing now? And so the director was like, this is how much it costs. $1,500 for 3 days. And my mom was like, well, we're going to get a susu when you're going to do it. And my actors were like, you don't need a festival. We're going to do it. You don't need a festival. This can stand on its own. And I was like, oh my God, my first baby going up. I wrote it, produced it, directed it, and I was scared to death. So as a writer, I'm pretty sure that the other writers can agree that when I don't easily allow someone to read my stuff, and coming from hip hop, like I keep my bars to myself, so I'm not just looking over my shoulder at what I'm writing. So I had a hard time releasing the script to the actors. Once I released it, it was fine. But the first night that we went up, I couldn't breathe for like 5 minutes throughout the whole scene until I heard the people laugh, because it's a rom-com, it's a romantic comedy. So like, they didn't laugh. I was nervous, right? So I mean, it got a lot of traction. We had a lot of repeat audience members. It's definitely something that I would love to bring back. I've learned a lot, and I'm working on a book for it. So in working on I Am Relentless, I've seen, the way to do things. Like, the pandemic, I was able to capitalize off of masks that stated I Am Relentless with different colors and stuff like that, T-shirts.
That's what's up. I think that's cool.
For a second, personally, if you could, everybody that you had in that project, I definitely would suggest, aside from the book, make a movie and put it on Netflix or whatever site you put on. Cause I loved it. I can't
the whole story.
It was like I enjoyed it so much.
The movie is coming.
I'm waiting for my DVD.
It's coming. It's coming. But listen. This movie, because there's a movie that goes with I Am Relentless, and we're in the process of scoring at this point, and the soundtrack. I put a lot of money into this. A lot of my own money. There was some that was raised, but does not compare to what I put in personally at all. And it is definitely, it was definitely like a lesson. It's kind of like putting yourself through like the year of college. That's about how expensive it is. And it's your own money, my own hard-earned money So I believe in it, and I definitely believe in Poor Girl, Rich Girl for
Mhm.
sure. That was the first baby that started walking, and I'm like, go baby, go, you know. But with this, it's allowed me to say, okay, look, this is good too. And once they see this, and they've already read this, but they've seen that, but they're reading this, and they're going to see this on the screen, then I could generate some more money and do Poor Girl, Rich Girl how I want it to be. So
Mm.
kind of like pay for each other.
You traveled with Poor Girl, Rich Girl, right? Where did you
I
travel?
did travel. During our first performance, we got a gig in Syracuse. And the second night, we got a gig in Jersey. And then I took it to DC for a theater festival. And I also took it to Atlanta. And it was countless times here in the city. And I believe, I think we went to Syracuse twice, if I'm not mistaken. I think we might have gone to Syracuse twice. But we definitely performed it at least 20 to 25 times within 3 to 4 years, which is a lot for a play.
Yeah.
It's all like, yeah. So we have some wonderful, talented people here. And you've been in a web series as well.
A few. Mr. JD's comedy series.
You put an officer in Bum Rush, right?
Captain Malone.
Yes, Captain Malone.
No nonsense captain. And so the great thing about that is the two guys that wrote Bum Rush, JD Simmons and Dre Foreman, they met doing Poor Girl, Rich Girl. So a lot of people that were in the play have branched off, and they're all doing their own thing. And a lot of them met doing Poor Girl, Rich Girl, and so they utilize some of the same cast members, which I love that part.
That's what's up. So you just networking, you just use one project and flip them over.
Yes. That's what they did. They like, hey, you put me on, I gotta put you in. And so to that, the guys, JD, he and I were talking, he's like, Sax, but he jokes around so much. He's like, Sax, I want to write movies and stuff. And I'm like, okay, but he's doing it.
That's
and he's doing it. He's the one.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But you know what, though? You know what? He is it's a creative flow. So with him and his partner that actually filmed I Am Relentless, and they're doing a phenomenal job. And because I know him, we have a great rapport with one another. He knows what it is that I want. He knows how hard I go. And so he's like, nah, Stacks wouldn't like this, not Stacks wouldn't like that. And so because they respect my artistry and they respect what I'm going to allow to go on the stage, and they know how I work, they know what's to go and what's not. And it's very easy to work with people that respect you as opposed to people that don't take you serious.
So is that the key, creating your own teams, your own tribe, in order to push these projects? Like when you get someone good, you keep them and push them in different projects. Create your own team.
You know what? It's something that has just happened naturally. But along time, if I find somebody that I feel fits a certain role, I'll just have a conversation with them. Instead of having auditions, I'll have auditions. But what I've done mostly is I can look at you and be like, have you ever thought about blah blah blah? And be like, yeah, I think you should come read this and that. And so you'll do it. You'll be like, oh, and they're like, yeah, you blah blah blah. Yeah, girl, next month such and such. And here it is. I have a new face. I have a brand new audience that's coming with you, and you have a whole new opportunity and something else to put on your bio. And it's not something that you have to.
It look like the character. She's like, oh, she fits the character of so and so.
Right. That's what I do. So sometimes I have a lot of first-time actors, and then I also have actors that are very well versed in their field, that are respected. But sometimes, when you first starting, a lot of people, I'm first, just starting in filmmaking, and people think that you're rich already, and it's like, nah, I'm grinding. It's like,
it's a process. Yeah, it's such a
process for sure. So But
Yeah.
I know you talking about Stacks. Yep.
yeah, they see you moving and they think
You might have bought my project.
Everybody's coming to you. Yeah. That's the thing. When you start moving and you start doing stuff, people are come to you wanting stuff, but what opportunities are they giving you? How do you decipher from what people to work with and who not to work with?